Hello? Yeah. Alright. You guys still hear me? Okay. Wait. Alright. I love a lot of things, but for the next 6.5 minutes, I love 2 things. I love bikes, and I love women. When you put the two together, we are heavy influences in today's society. 85% of consumer buying decisions are made by women. Women have heavier influences in the family in bringing kids to and from school. In the spirit of the bicentennial, I formatted my presentation with a past, a present, and a hopeful future. During the Industrial Revolution, a new kind of middle class was created, which created all these kinds of new physical activities, like roller skating, horseback riding, and of course bicycling. Bicycling actually birthed a new social scene, which actually led to a mixing for the first time between social classes and sexes. Now, not everybody was a fan immediately of the bicycle. There was decades of debate between women who lived and died with Christian morals and then other women who were yearning and starving for emancipation and liberation that they felt the bicycle could bring them. This mobility of freedom. Finally, in the 1900s, society gave the bicycle this stamp of approval, and when it happened, the new woman emerged, and she was riding a bike. And when this happened, bicycling boomed among women. They eventually rode their bikes to the voting booths. Roads were paved, and in these vintage posters, they made the bicycle look sexy, glamorous. They looked heroine-esque on the bikes. They made it look easy, affordable, and fun. Come to today. In certain European cities, women make up between 40 and 60% of the bicycle population. Here in the United States, the gender gap is drastically different. We range about 26% right now. Why is that? The 2 main reasons I hear are safety and clothing. Safety. Beginning in the 50s, US cities began to myopically build for the car. Planners, they started this one-size-fits-all approach, and they slowly started to neglect any kind of enhancements for pedestrians and bicycle riders. As you can see from this photo and this photo, these 2 streets, along with a lot of our streets here in the city, serve one purpose: to move cars in and move cars out. Now, in European cities, they did not want the car to rule the road, so they completely redesigned their streets for people. Pedestrian paths, bicycle networks, you name it. As you can see, this is rush hour traffic in Amsterdam on the left. This is me in rush hour traffic down 3rd on the right. Ladies, how many of you would feel comfortable right now riding your bike down 3rd in rush hour traffic? Okay, well, I didn't think so though. Clothing. Ladies, how many of you want to wear jerseys and spandex and gloves and helmets and clip-on shoes every time you go to get on your bike and go from point A to point B? I don't. It's inconvenient, and it isn't conducive to my life. The bicycle is supposed to be easy. The bicycle is still heavily viewed as a recreational sport in America. So, we need to shift the vision from spandex to skirts. We need to reinforce the ease and the normalcy while wearing everyday clothes that the bicycling is. And once we do that, it becomes more accepted and normalized. The photo on the right, it's a thud helmet for when kids are too animated when they're little. The photo on the left is a driving helmet. Do you see any of these types of people wearing these helmets? No, because it gives a perception that something is dangerous and difficult, and it's kind of the same concept with biking. These women are awesome. They represent vibrancy in our communities. They represent the slow bike movement. Slowly, they go to schools, they go to their job, they go to the libraries, They go and they end at their destination, and they're not sweaty. The laid-back approach provides them the opportunity to enjoy their surroundings, to strike up conversations with others right around them about their bikes, about their shoes, and the most important, they are visible within their environment. So, if more women and children were on the roads, it would provide a sense of encouragement for other women who might be hesitant to get on the roads, right? Everything we do has an influence. We just might not realize it. So, the future, what does it hold? Well, you've heard the phrase, build it and they'll come. I really believe that. If we redesign our streets that encourage and invites every man, woman, and child to ride them, they're going to ride them. In San Francisco, the city that I love, they are currently working on this campaign called Connecting the Streets. They're connecting over 100 miles of bikeways and bike paths that literally connect their whole city. They're designing it in a way in which every man, woman, and child from ages 8 to 80 can enjoy it and ride safely. In New York City, within 4 years, they redesigned and they laid down over 240 miles worth of bike lanes. Their bicycle ridership amongst men, women, and children drastically increased. So, the next time you go to the store for a couple of things, or you're desperately in need of a scoop of Jenny's, or you want to go out on a date with your significant other, like hop on your bike. You will get hooked, and you will help beautify our streets. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. I'm not even going to make a joke. We need more bike lanes, and we need more chicks on bikes. Let's give her a round of applause.